Namaste. My name is Vaishali. Thank you all for joining me today. We will work today on balance, show you some poses that you can do or some things that you can do to work on your balance. As we get older, our balance gets a little challenging, so it'd be good practice to work on your balance. Do some simple exercises that I'm going to show you today, and you can do them any time of the day. You can do them while you're brushing your teeth. You can do them while you're in the kitchen or anytime, even at work for a few. If you're working and have a few minutes, you can work on these simple exercises. So I'm going to show you a few that you can do any time of the day, as I said. So we'll start off first with mountain pose, which is a very basic, the first pose in yoga. The mountain pose, you want to make sure that you have all four corners of your feet are rooted on the mat or on the floor. You want to make sure you're not scrunching your toes like that, because that doesn't help you with the balance. So anytime, any balance pose or in yoga, you want to make sure any standing poses, you have weight on all four corners of your feet equally. So we will start out with mountain, but just to get you warmed up here or just starting out, palms are facing to the front. You're going to lift your heels up and lower your heels and lift your toes. We're just going to get rooted into the mat first. Lift your heels up and lower your heels, lift your toes and plant them on the mat. So this is getting ready for our mountain pose. For a mountain, we're going to inhale, lift our arms to the ceiling, lift your heels off the floor, off the mat. Arms are to the ceiling, and you are going to stay here in a mountain or Tadasana as we call it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, lower it down. Inhale, first you can start out arms to the ceiling. Stay here for an exhale. Inhale, lift your heels up. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, lower it down. Now, if you have issues, having your hands overhead, you can have them at heart center, or you can be, against a wall and you can hold on to a wall as you're doing that, but just making sure that you're rooted. Inhaling, lift your heels up. I'm supporting using my hand is on the wall, and you can do it this way as well. And then maybe take the hands off for a couple counts, and then put it back on. Just so you think you're losing your balance. You can certainly use the wall as your support, and then lower it down. So that's one pose, and you can do that, as I said, any time of the day. If you're at work, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, you're brushing your teeth, you can just be doing this and down, and that's perfectly good. The other exercise we're going to do is one-legged mountain or one-legged Tadasana. So inhaling, making sure you have your all four corners of the feet on the mat. Inhaling, as you inhale, you're going to lift your one knee off the mat, arms float to the ceiling, and that's going to work on our balance. So the knee is at 90 degrees. And you're going to stay here breathing, bellies into the spine. If having your hands up is too much, you can have your hands to heart center. And you can flex or point your toe, and you can stay here for a few counts for as long as you want, maybe 5 counts, maybe 3 counts, whatever works for you to start out. And then as you exhale, place your feet on the mat. I'll show you from a side angle here. So inhale, and you, again, as I said, you can use the support of the wall, or you can even use a chair for your support. So inhale, lift your one knee up, hip height. So the leg is at 90 degrees. You can have your hands to heart. You can have your hands over the head. Relaxing your shoulders. You're going to stay here. Count it to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower it down. Okay. That's exercise number 2. We're going to keep adding on to that. So same exercise, but we're going to add on a little bit more to that. So inhale, Arms up, one knee up, hip height. And then here, this time we're gonna extend. As you exhale, you're gonna extend that right knee off, away from you, extend it out. And then as you inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, extend it out, inhale, bend. And you can do that a few times. And then when you're done, place the feet on the floor, hands to heart. I'll show you from the other side this time. Inhale, arms to the ceiling, Tadasana. Lifting your one other knee up, hip height, so it is at 90 degrees. Again, you can use the support of the wall if you want it. And you're gonna inhale. As you exhale, extend that left one leg out, toe is pointed. Inhale, bend it. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. And exhale, place your feet together, hands to heart. That's exercise number 3. We'll do the same thing, but adding on to that same formatting, and you can do either any exercises at your own convenience. So first, let's start out again on mountain, rooting. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Right knee is up, hip height. Maybe this time you have your hands to heart. Staying here. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring that knee to the side. Now, if having your hands to heart is too much, maybe you support your thigh with the hand. Right hand supports the right leg, whichever leg is going on the side. You can do it this way, and then you can have it bringing it in, and the other hand can just hang, and then bringing it in. Or if you are able to do it without holding the thigh, just bring it to the side. As you exhale, bring it in, forward, inhale. Do that a few times, and then place your feet next to each other, hands to heart. Do that on the other side, same thing. Inhale, left knee up, hip height. Exhale, bring it to the outside. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the outside. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the outside. Inhale to the front. Exhale, place your feet together. Again, one side is better than the other. You saw I was wobbling a little bit on the other side, so that's kind of like my weaker side. So you just have to play it out. One side is different than the other. One day is different than the other. So maybe today you're a little bit more wobbly. Maybe tomorrow it's a little bit better. So those are some exercises we're going to do. And then one more I'm going to show you, which is going to be using the chair though. A couple more exercises. I'm going to grab the chair. So I'm going to move my mat away. And we're going to place my mat out of the side. And then we're going to do same thing in lifting our heels up. And this time you can use the support of your chair to lift your heels up and lower it down. Lift it up, lower it down. You can do the same exercises with the knees as I showed you. But the other exercise I want you to do is place your feet hip width apart. Hands softly on the chair. And inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to sit in an invisible chair. So you're going to sit your hips back. And then come up. We'll do that a couple more times, and we're going to add on to that. Sit back and then come up. This time you're going to sit back and hold it here. You're going to release your hands if you can and come to heart. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then coming up. So that's a chair pose, modified chair pose, or Utkatasana, using a chair. If you don't want to use a chair, you can do the same pose without a chair. So this time you can have your feet together. Inhale, arms to the ceiling, and exhale, sit in a chair like an invisible chair. Arms are up. Here you can add on if you want. You can stay here for several breaths here, or you can even have your hands too hard if having your hand up is too much. And continuing to breathe. Other option you can do is lifting your heels up. So lift your heels up and staying here. Again, if you need to hold on to the chair, you can certainly do that. Lifting your heels up, and then exhale, lower your heels down. And then coming up. So few exercises, the mountain, one-legged mountain, bringing your knees out, chair, Utkatasana. Those are some exercises, very basic ones that you can do on a day-to-day basis. You don't need any props or anything to do those exercises. Work on your balance every day for a few minutes, or even longer if you can. That's going to help you in the long run for your balance. Well, thank you for joining me today. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, YouTube channel. I post new clips every week. And then any suggestions you may have, you can make a comment on the channel. Thank you all. Namaste.